Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brittany, owner of Rose and Rebel Beauty, and I just wanted to come on. We've been talking about color correcting and everything, and I wanted to show you how to lay down my new HD foundation and get flawless foundation coverage with a sponge today. So this is my preferred way of putting my foundation on, and I use a beauty sponge. Now, I've used this one for a couple days now, so I'm going to continue to use it. I use mine for about a week and then throw them away. Not very long, because they will and can and will get bacteria growing on them. So I am using my Rose and Rebel HD liquid foundation today, and this is a full, medium to full coverage foundation, and that's my preferred. I am using color Light Ivory today. And as you can see, I look a little crazy right now because I've already put my moisturizer on and put my primer on, which my preferred primer is Hourglass Veil. Absolutely love this. It's for very dry skin, makes your skin feel like velvet and makes your foundation lay really nicely and stay all day. So I very highly recommend priming before your foundation. Even if you don't spend the money for a product like Hourglass or something, you can use something not quite as expensive. That's fine. That's just my preferred. And then I look crazy because I have my contour on, and when I contour, I prefer to use a stick contour, and I use Revolution under my foundation and then do a powder contour on top of my foundation. So it doesn't look quite as crazy to me and looks more natural, I think. So that's the way I do it. So I've got everything on now. I'm ready for my foundation. So I'm just going to take this and put one pump on my hand. Now, the thought behind putting it on your hand is to let the product warm up. If it's been sitting and it's cold, it's not going to apply as well as foundation that is more room temperature or skin temperature. So I'm just dipping the end of my sponge in here, kind of spreading it out a little bit. And I start at my jawline and work up. And I just go back and forth tapping like this. I don't want a line, so I go down my neck. You always want to get your neck, and you always want to get your ear. Don't forget about those. As you can see, this is a pretty good match for me. Now, as we go on, I'm going to conceal under my eyes. Again, my concealer is one shade lighter than my skin tone to kind of lift those dark areas under my eyes. So I had, aside from putting on my primer, already color corrected, like I showed you in the previous video with the green color corrector and some concealer. And I had already used my Platinum Tears Illuminizer under my eyes here to get rid of my dark circles. So now I'm just going to start over here. We're still on the same first pump. I still have quite a bit of product left. So now I'm on my other half of my face, just tapping. I'm not pulling the product around. I'm just tapping into my skin. That way it's not pulling my color corrector anywhere. It's not pulling my contour anywhere. It's just going right where I want it, all over my skin. And as you can see, you can still faintly see my contour, but it doesn't look as crazy as it does with no foundation on. And the last of my foundation does the very last of my forehead, and so one whole pump did my face. So this product will last quite a while for you. Okay, once I got it pressed in really good, I'm going to take my concealer. This is Revolution Concealer. I love their products. One shade lighter than my skin tone, so this is C3. And I'm just going to go right under here, right down my nose, right under here, up here, here, and here. And then I don't have a jawline, so I do a little bit right back here. I'll do another video on contouring. I have to make myself a jawline because I've just got a fat, round face. So I have to make my cheekbones with contour and make my jawline. And I pat again, pat in. Don't rub because you'll rub yourself a big naked spot on your face until we can get our setting spray on. Now I know this seems like a lot of steps, but I really can do this in just a few minutes every morning if all I'm going to wear is foundation. Next step, setting powder. Laura Mercier is my favorite setting powder. This is in translucent. Doesn't take much. And I just take the same sponge I've been using this whole time and go right where anywhere I put concealer. This is different than baking. I want to actually press this into the skin and leave it. I'm not going to wipe it off. So just press it into the skin anywhere I've put concealer. And it gives me a nice matte finish. Keeps my concealer from cracking and settling in lines. Right down in here. Right in on here. Okay. I'm going to take my contour powder. This is in Mocha for Rose Rebel, and payoff is very high with this, so I be careful. I tap a little bit and I go right in there like that. If you get too much on, you can veil over it with a translucent or your skin shade powder. So high payoff. I just lightly tap into the pan, so again, it'll last you a really long time. And I get right in here, my temples, to make it look like it dips in, to make it look like I have cheekbones. And right up in here, make my forehead look shorter. Right down here. And under here to make this look poutier. Okay. Now I'm going to take my same blush, just in a rosy color, and go right there. Ooh, ah! Right like that. And then I'm going to take my illuminizer, just a tiny bit on my tiny sponge, and go right in here. A little bit on my nose, a little bit right here. Then the last step is to spray, and I again use Revolution's Hyaluronic Fix because it's really good for dry skin. I'm just dry as a desert. I always have been. So and I just press that in as it's drying in my trouble areas, which my trouble areas are always my T-zone and under my eyes. And I let that dry for a minute. So that's it, and it looks pretty good. Now, if I was just going to wear foundation, I would slide a little bit of lip gloss on maybe, or some matte liquid lip and some mascara to make me look a little bit more awake, but that's really about it. So I can do my foundation and look halfway decent in about 10 minutes. So I know it's a lot of steps, but I have to color correct, hide some blemishes. I don't have perfectly poreless looking skin, and I'm extremely dry, so if I don't do some of these steps, my foundation can look really flaky because I'm dry. So, but this way I get pretty flawless foundation, and it'll last for an entire 10 or 12 hours, and I can sit and do this, and I can wipe my face like this, and nothing really. So it's pretty good stuff. If you like this video, comment below. My next video, I'm going to show you guys how to apply foundation with a brush, and we're going to use these amazing Jeffree Star brushes. Nice and soft and wonderful. So comment below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll have some more fun here in the near future. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.